Howdy, everybody. It is Wednesday, June 7th. Kyle's got his hat backwards already. That's how you know we're working. Today, we're talking about Tesla skirting laws, GMC and no profit EVs and service department book clubs.
Everywhere I go.
Book clubs.
Almost didn't get that out.
Yeah, you were trying to be like me yesterday.
But I got it. I felt good about it. All right. So today, if you didn't know, we have a couple other podcasts out in the world, and there's a podcast called the Amplify podcast that we recorded on site at the Reuters events, the Reuters Automotive Retail event in partnership with Reuters Events. And today's guest is an extra special one. It's Jennifer Kolstad, the brand and what's her title now? It's like lead global brand and design
director. Yeah,
for Ford.
Just a wee bit of a title.
And you know, when we sat down to do the podcast, we kind of connected out of the gate because she would, if we had pins, we should get pins, we would send her a troublemaker pin.
Full stop troublemaker, no doubt. Yeah, you know, she's outside
auto industry too, which is
she came from outside the auto industry. You always kind of like have this feeling that people with big titles and big places, you know, with big publicly traded companies kind of got to put it on and just kind of like show up and say the words. But she like comes in, throws a couple punches, talks about what really is going to happen, what she wants to see happen, how she sees the world. And I love that we get the opportunity to kind of give people the space to say and be about those things. So you got to go check it out. Amplify. Go check all the podcast platforms.
Yeah. Amplify really by Asodu probably gets you there a little faster. A couple of things that have Amplify in the title. Amplify by Asodu. Also, a week from today, week from today, we are going to be in Atlanta at the Buckhead Theater, bringing you as much fire as we've ever brought anywhere for Asodu Live. Tonight, it is going to be this combined event that starts at 6 p.m. It's going to be a live screening of More Than Cars. Well, obviously, the way we do it, red carpet, step and repeat, photos, food, drinks, and then live screening of More Than Cars, and then a brand new Live Tonight show with the band on the stage and Cirillo on the stage and all kinds of guests. This is probably our biggest guest list we've had. Maybe we got this.
This is going to be a nuts show. It's just, if you're anywhere near Atlanta or in California, you should be there.
Yeah. And if you're a dealer or you work for a dealer, we'll let you in for free. Because we want to make sure that you get in there. Actually, if you're an industry partner and you fly in from California and we want to see the receipts, we'll let you in for free too.
There it is. Bring it. Come on.
So please,
bring them receipts.
Go to asotux.com. Make sure you see, get the tickets so you can get in. We got some good space, but this one's going to be full. So, but it's going to be for a reason. There's going to be more giveaways. There's going to be new bits that we're working on. A dealer goes down to Georgia. We'll do a thing. All right, let's get into some news. So today, or maybe yesterday, we found out Tesla's landmark partnership with the Oneida Indian Nation in upstate New York will see the establishment of its first direct sales outlet in upstate New York, expanding their reach outside New York City significantly. The showroom is set to open in 2025. It's going to boost access to EVs and charging infrastructure. Obviously that push towards green solutions. Now, the Oneida Indian Nation, it is a sovereign nation. So that's where, these are all across the country. They're not U.S. territory officially. And so it's definitely not New York State territory. But it provides a legal framework for Tesla to expand into New York, not needing to sell dealers or not needing to sell cars through a dealership. So it's basically, they're going to be selling Teslas. They're going to be selling marijuana. They're going to be having casinos, cigarettes with no taxes, and cheap gas.
Yo, like, talk about some troublemaking.
Going green.
Tesla's coming in being Omri in New York State. This is, for one, like, you just got to give them a little clap, right? Because thinking outside the box, going after a way to find business and new business opportunities that many people just haven't thought about. They're going to be able to deliver pre-order vehicles right from the site, and they'll be able to do it like from a casino while the showroom is under construction. So, like, all in all, just
they found a way.
Unbelievable. They found a way. They got in. They figured it out. They're going to have, they get to announce a partnership with an Indian nation. Just
here's some more details about like what I know.
But it's so smart.
This actually isn't that far from my house. So I can get there in about 35 minutes.
Amazing.
From my house. It's on the New York State Thruway, which basically connects Albany, Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo straight across. And so it's in a real strategic location in the state. It's kind of in the center, but there's also a service center going up for an electric vehicle service center going up in Syracuse that the developer won't talk about who it is. But if you look at the spec and you look at the plans, it's going to be Tesla. Yeah. So they really are figuring out a way to kind of infiltrate the sales network. Strangely, well, not strangely, but the taxes that would be paid, here's part of the deal. The taxes that typically would be paid on a vehicle sale, they're not off the hook. The taxes will actually go to the Oneida Indian Nation toward developmental programs like developing their young and education and training. So that's obviously a good deal. It's going to work out for them. And the flip side is the county taxes, though, are still going to go to the county it's located in. So no local municipality is going to miss out on the revenue. So kind of savvy about the way they're going about
I'm just
this.
So mad about how good it is. You know? Yeah, I almost can't be mad.
Hurts so bad.
How good it is.
Yep. So, but as like you said, they're going to be starting to deliver pre-ordered vehicles from the casino. I'm sure not the casino floor, but right from the casino. I think pretty close to immediately. So I don't know. Maybe when it goes up, I'll head over there with a microphone and a little camera, and we'll ask a couple people a few questions. Speaking of asking people a few questions,
that's
segue
time.
GM CEO Mary Barra has stated that she doesn't foresee profitable electric cars that are sold in the $30,000 to $40,000 range until the end of the decade, or perhaps even later. She acknowledged that Tesla currently leads EV technology profitability and scale, but believes the lead is not permanent and GM can catch up. She mentioned EV battery costs as being a main contributor in the reason those vehicles are not going to get to profitability until those costs come down. I have some questions.
I got questions.
I have some questions when I hear all that.
It's interesting because it's like we literally just covered the story where Tesla now has a vehicle based on the fact that they get the full tax incentive,
which is unconfirmed by the U.S. government. I found out today.
Fair, but
still,
they get in that range. So.
Are you saying the Bolt isn't profitable at all?
That's what they're saying. Yeah, like that a 26.5 Bolt is not profitable. And maybe that's, due to recent changes in battery infrastructure and the ability to get battery tech. But they're trying to get the Equinox around the 30 grand range as well. It's interesting. I can't imagine that we would go another 7 years on this EV trajectory and legacy manufacturers not find a way to become profitable in the highest price band of all buyers. Like there's no way we can get any scale of mass adoption if that doesn't happen.
Well, I mean, who was it that we were just talking about earlier? I think it was earlier last week. And they set a target where like the profit parity to an ICE engine was like not that far away. Who was it?
No. Yeah, profit parity wouldn't happen until 2030. That was actually Ford. Jim Farley said that a couple of days ago, right?
Yeah. So, then in the whole division, though, maybe it's the specific price band. I don't know.
Interesting.
It's really. I mean, the writer of this article on electric, he doesn't think that that's the case. He said people are absolutely going to figure this out. It's just I wonder what spurred the comments, right? Like, is it a public relations play? Like, well, I don't know. It just is. It's a tough thing. Like I said, I have questions.
I got questions. We're not sure about the answers, but it's clear that the timeline on electric vehicles is a lot longer than maybe a lot of people thought. And we're starting to sense, a little bit of trepidation in some of the legacy manufacturers. So we'll see what kind of the future holds for that. Speaking of the future,
having the answers.
Having the answers.
Segue.
Future's good too.
Yeah, building current and future leaders is a big piece of what we see as the opportunity in dealerships, and service departments are finding increased efficiency and revenue through unique approach. Book clubs. Sherwood Ford in Alberta and Shaheen Chevrolet in Michigan both have implemented reading programs with much success. At Shaheen, team leaders read Extreme Ownership by Jocko.
Let's go.
Great book.
Kind of right back here
One
somewhere.
chapter at a time. Yeah, each writing a synopsis and discussing how they can apply the principles. So basically, one service advisor's service repair order work would jump 23% in 1 quarter.
Come on.
After implementing some of the ideas.
How about that?
Yeah.
You can take your software somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just like extreme leadership, taking ownership of what your corner is.
Oh, I love
leads to a 23% jump. And like that person is saying that's why it happened. Brad Milliken, the assistant service manager, said all team leaders saw similar improvements in their metrics after implementing concepts from the book. And we went around handling around 2 upset customers a day to 1 per week. Like,
I'm gonna hold the book up so people can see it.
If you can imagine the time spent and lost on handling 2 upset customers a day to only having to handle 1
not even
week.
The time, the revenue, the reviews, the things they're saying to their friends, the repeat business.
Yep.
Good night. I like this is where, when people talk about like, oh, that mindset stuff, I don't buy it. It's a bunch of internet frou-frou, whatever. Like, it legit works when you do it in a way that makes it a part of your culture. I think that's a big
part of the culture. It's a part of the community. Everybody's talking about it. It's not just one person like red extreme ownership. I'm going to win. It's like everybody is looking and talking and thinking about things in the same way. This is where community collaboration for learning is so key. The other team that we mentioned, the team at Sherwood, reading isn't mandatory, but employees are actually paid to read. And then the employees
that's
can actually
such a
get
smart manager, dealer,
from
principal
an
who
office
put that
library. Yeah, like they're paid $5 to $10 for just a short book, and longer books you can get paid more. They have to write a little summary and are invited to join a service advisors meeting that discusses some of the book. Like, how cool is that? Like, bonus structures on reading, guys. That is literally changing people's livelihoods at this point.
Like
bonus structures that change more than just like, did you sell a car or did your service increase today? It's going to reap way more benefits for your business model.
And the cool thing about stuff like this is that it translates right across from their professional life to their personal life, right? If you train someone on a walk around or like how to work the software better, you can do all that stuff, but it typically stays at the job and at the workplace. Yep. When you do something that improves someone's attitude, mindset, the skills they have inside of them and their emotional state to manage situations, critical and handle
thinking,
life,
all of that.
You don't think that translates extreme ownership into your relationships, into your fitness, into your health? Like, it translates into all of it, which is why I love this, because when you help someone improve their life, guess what? They happen to be more excited about coming to work at the place that's helping them improve their life. And when you normalize that across a culture, when your culture becomes, all of us, well, we think in terms of owning the situation, it gets so much better for everyone. I love this story so much. I'm glad we found it. Kudos. We're going to have to dig into this a little bit more. I need to know more about this.
I know. I got to know these service managers and these people that are putting this in. I would say, like, if you're not thinking about education as more than just what you're training on the specific role and responsibility of your people, then start thinking again and start training your people and growing your people outside of their career path.
I think we're going to do a DeSoto book club. We've been talking about it.
For
a book coming up. About it. We're going to leave that, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. Whatever you're doing today, we hope you're taking some extreme ownership for your little corner of the automotive world. And when we all do that together, guess what? It gets a lot better and other people start wanting to be a part of it too.